Good evening and welcome to my channel Equity One. It's been really a great pleasure in meeting you all again, especially about with the news coming up with the aviation sector again. With the recent advent of the lenders being agreeing to pay 425 crores as the first level of funding for Go First Airlines for the Go Air, this is going to be one of the important turning points which I would like to talk about. The aviation sector has always been challenged by the factor that either they are not able to be successful enough in terms of making up the operations, or it has always been that they have not been able to get a quicker profit or a quick turnaround, what we have been speaking about. The question that always comes to your mind is that why do people are still interested in the aviation sector? Why do you think that people still believe that there is going to be a sunrise, there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel? Well, let me just tell you, aviation is one of the most interesting sectors for the investors because we still believe that the amount of traffic, that is the air traffic, has kept on increasing in the last 10-15 years. Well, the COVID 19 was one of the big barricades that came for the travel and tourism hospitality sector. But nevertheless, once the COVID completed its cycle and we broke open from the pandemic, the first sector that saw its growth, that saw the huge rush altogether, was the travel and tourism sector. And India being one of the favorite destinations in terms of tourism and travel, I think every investor still finds a space, still finds a mentality saying that we can invest in the aviation sector. So this is going to be definitely a turning point. Why? Because when the Go Air is going to get its first 425 crores, definitely the people would be watching it out. The markets would be watching whether they are going to turn it around as quick as possible. Are they going to get back something which can make the airlines fly back into the profit zone? And plus, also with new airlines like Akasa Airlines, which has been flying in, and then when we are talking about the Air India's turnover story, Vistara, everybody being in the picture, I think this is the right time where everybody is going to focus upon rebuilding the airline industry. Now, with that, I would also like to bring in a very small snippet here where I would like to talk upon the recent headlines coming up from the Airtel saying that the CEO of the Airtel business, Mr. Ajay Chitkara, is being resigning and he would continue to be with the company till the third week of August, and then Airtel is going to rejig its entire business altogether. So that also sounds a little bit of new news to the market. I wouldn't say that it's negative, but definitely there is going to be a shuffle in the top management altogether for Bharti Airtel. Now, the third news is a very interesting news which I would like to share with all of you, and that's going to be about ITC, which is India's one of the favorite companies. ITC has taken a beautiful step towards decarbonization, which means to say that ITC is going to unleash the Sustainability 2.0 version. Now, most of us know that the amount of suffrage that ITC has gone through in terms of ITC Bhadrachalam paper boats, where they have been subjected to nature's fury. But nevertheless, this company always made a comeback and it was one among the favorite companies as a dividend stocks. Today, ITC is talking about a very important concept called as sustainability, environmental growth, and it is also talking about if the company wants to survive, how it needs to take care of its environment, where it needs to really go serious about reducing the carbon footprint in the corporate soil. So, with that kind of intensity and the thought process, I think ITC is definitely making a right step in a very great direction. And they are trying to say that in the coming forth business, including Classmate, or we are going to talk about the ITC FMCG products altogether, ITC is definitely proven that it's going to go up in terms of the environmental social concerns and it's also going to go up in terms of its governance model. So definitely this would be a right pick for all of us in terms of looking into ITC. It is going to make a very good move together in terms of its long-term growth. The stock pick for today would be on HCL Technologies. HCL Technology has recently completed with its consolidation, has come out with a very good breakthrough. So my recommendation would be in terms of looking out for HCL as the stock which is going to come up for the next few months. With this, I come to the end of today's session. I hope and believe that all these ideas and thoughts would definitely help you to invest smartly and stay ahead in the market. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me today. You have a wonderful day ahead.